Hey, I'm Jay Kumar, the BassBlaster, and this is your Abu Garcia REVO Top 5 Tips, Techniques, and Trends of the Month. Number 1. Deep purple, full purple, even purple haze. It's back, baby!
I'm back!
Heck yeah, man! The OG soft plastic color, as far as I know, was the cream worm. Ohio's Nick Cream thought he could make a fake realistic worm with plastic, and he did. Now the color turned out more purple than brown, but the fish didn't care. And for a long while, purple was one of the hottest soft plastic colors there was. And hey, it never really went away because we have Junebug and Plum, among a couple others. And PB&J. Plus, now we have more than a few purple highlight shad type colors. On jerkbaits and crankbaits, you see some purple backs and sides. And we have purple haze and soft plastics too. Like the custom color Yamamoto's MLF Pro Matt Becker has called Becker's Grape Juice.
And Welch's grape juice is very purple.
But what I'm talking about is old school purple, just purple. Even more plain old purple than this Folkstad Special Robo Worm. Like Michael Top 10 Neal's Big Bite Skinny Stick in double purple that he fished at the James River MLF Bass Pro Tour tournament. And how about these purple worms fished by the top 5 at the Wheeler Bassmaster Elite? That includes winner Cliff Prince. You know Prince loves purple. Haha, I had to show that one again. There are a lot more examples of wins with purple baits at the top levels of bass fishing this year. And on other levels like this Bruiser Baits Potomac Special Drop Shot Worm that won the Potomac River Toyota. We even have some newer baits like this little Great Lakes Finesse Drop Minnow coming out in old school purple colors.
I'm back.
Yep, a lot of bass haven't seen purple, man. Number 2. Did you see the baits Japan's Tako Ito won with at a very stingy Smith Lake in Alabama, the Bassmaster Elite there? Here's one of them, a Nories field-side Saikoro rubber dice. He drop-shotted that deal around deeper brush piles about 25 feet to try and fool bigger spotted bass, and he did. I don't think that particular bait is for sale yet, but it's similar to the OSP Saikoro dice rubber that came to light last spring. That was when Japan's Kiyoya Fujita almost won the Okeechobee Elite with it. We found out then that Saikoro, if I'm saying it right, sorry if I'm not, actually means dice in Japanese. So if you're saying Saikoro dice, that's like saying dice, dice.
Alright, stop.
Dice, dice, baby. OSP said when it came out that a lot of guys in Japan were fishing it weightless on 3 and 4 pound fluorocarbon. Crazy. Now over here, for the guys who use it, it has been used as a sight fishing bait during the spawn, but it's mostly used as a drop shot bait. MLF Pro Alton Jones Jr. and Japanese bait company G-Crack also came out with the Q-Bomb, which is like the dice except it's round. They also say it will be drop shotted or fished weightless. How many more versions of this deal are coming? Will we see more tournaments won on them?
Heck yeah, man, it's basic hydraulics.
I guess it is. Number 3. Are those diaper baits? Are those dice type baits do nothing baits? I mean, it kind of seems like it. Meaning, I guess they were initially created to cast out their weightless and just do whatever it is they do. It seems like the whole point is just to let it be, work its magic. Maybe the bass see it like, I mean, well, it must be something like that. I mean, tell me what forage that deal looks like. Another Japanese do-nothing bait that's poked its head up on tour is the Japan-only Berkley PowerBait Jago Rocket. Japan's Kenta Kimura has fished it a bunch and got some top finishes with it. It's a 3-inch bait that he fishes weightless. And check this out. At the Oneida, New York Bassmaster Open in 2022, he would cast that deal 50 yards ahead of the bottom structure and let it slowly sink down to that deal. Sometimes his cast would take 10 minutes.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Dang straight that's crazy. That's an extreme do-nothing bait, but it works. Now, if all that sounds crazy to you, think about this one thing, the Senko. Now, we all know a weightless Senko has an action, and I'm sure these other weightless baits do too. So if you need a bite or a big bite, or you just want to show your fish something they've never seen before, remember that they might look at these weightless do-nothing baits like this. She's a brick house, man. Number 4. Weightless baits, Damiki, hover, whatever you want to call them, rigs, more finesse fishing, all of it is creating a need for longer and longer casts. And oops, I left out forward-facing sonar, not just the techniques, but the sonar itself. Because bass in pressured lakes aren't nearly as stupid about forward-facing sonar as when it first came out. And that's because we release them, peeps. They learn. So now it's ultra critical to get a long cast, like 100 feet plus, and not just way out to a fish, but past them so you can sneak that bait up on them like this. Okay, not like that. But that might be a good analogy if we're talking about making a long cast for fishing a frog, a spook, a crankbait, or even a jerkbait. Long casts are important in all those deals, and not just to make sure the fish don't know you're there. And definitely not just because of forward-facing sonar, it's because of fishing pressure. Now, it's cool that a lot of people started fishing during COVID and working from home so they could fish more, but guess what? A lot of lakes are now seeing a lot more pressure. Fish are spooked. So long story short, the pros are making longer and longer casts, even up to shallow cover like when they're frogging. Now, it's not all the time depending on the conditions and the technique, but it is a lot more frequently now. So we're seeing rods, reels like REVOs, and more lines designed for making longer casts, like the new Seaguar JDM PEX8 braid that a lot of Seaguar pros are switching to for their finesse techniques, and the just announced new Sufix ultra-thin Revolve braid. New fluoro leaders as well. So get ready to bomb some casts, man.
Go, bomb, let's bomb it out.
Jerkbaits in the summer now? Now, if you're a jerkbait all day, all year long guy, that won't sound like a big deal to you.
No biggie.
But for most of us, it is. Not only that, we just saw jerkbaits being used in a tidal river in the summer. Twice. First, it was Dustin Connell and Jacob Wheeler finishing 3rd and 4th at the Chowan River, North Carolina, fishing that Rapala PXR Maverick 110 jerkbait. And then Spencer Shuffield finished in the top 10 at the James River in Virginia, and one of the baits he fished was a Yo-Zuri 3DB 110 jerkbait. Now, I bet other guys were also fishing jerkbaits in those tournaments. Is this because of forward-facing sonar? Is it because Hank Cherry blew the lid off jerkbaiting after winning back-to-back Bassmaster Classics on one?
Both of them?
Yeah.
Man, you got it, Harry. Good job, bro. That's all I got for you this week. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Abu Garcia REVO. See you next month. God bless you.